Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur dan hari ini Zizan. My ID number is 2020-987691. Semporna, Sabah, and the type of tourism is island tourism. The destination of our analysis. Semporna is located on the island of Borneo in Sabah, Malaysia. Semporna is the gateway to 8 others island, namely Mabul, Timba-Timba, Bum Bum, Sibuan, Port Kaya, Mataking, Kapalai, and lastly is Pohe Tulang. Semporna must be monitored and must be constantly renewed so that it becomes the main island of choice for tourists. What is DMO? Destination Management Organization. This organization must play an important role in attracting many local and foreign tourists. 4 objectives for this organization. The first one is emphasizing increasing the prosperity of the locals. Second, tourists feel satisfied with the place introduced. Third, maximum profits to local traders and maximizing the multiplier of the locals. And lastly is providing a balanced firm between the economic benefit as well as the social, culture, and environmental cost of maintain the place. Profile tourists important for the organization that is responsible for understanding the wishes of tourists so that a place becomes a public attraction when we can detect their wishes. Profile aim to find out the extent of consumer comfort so that Semporna becomes a focal point that will be the dreaming of all age, education, person, race, and so on. So this is the data profile tourist. Regarding to gender, marital status, age group, education level, occupation, and lastly is income. With this database, we can know what the tourist demand. Personality of tourists. Important for tourism to attract the comfort of tourists. Personality affects an individual's comfort, joy, and enjoyment, such as the explorer, the adventurer, the guide, the groupie, the family guy. This is the data of personality tourists.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wendur Alia with Kamran Zaman. My mentor number is 2020986425. So today I would like to talk about tourist motivation. Did you know the tourist motivations? First of all, I want to let you know definition of motivation. Okay, motivation is the ability to push an individual towards an action that leads to satisfaction. Travel motivations refer to the needs and desire of tourists, and it is one of the most important psychological influence on tourist behavior. According to Compton, there are 2 forms of tourism motivation, which are push and pull. Okay, push is a decision made by a tourist involving an internal power, which is psychology. For example, escape, self-discovery, realization, prestige, recreation, challenge, and adventure. Pull is external forces such as beaches, parks, and shopping. This slide is about tourist motivation of Semporna Island. First, motivated by push and pull elements. In general, tourists are primarily motivated by the push and pull elements. Overall, tourists visit the destination due to various motivational factors, including holiday, relaxation, family togetherness, beach and recreation facilities. Semporna Islands can attract tourists due to the motivational factors that I mentioned above. The majority of the travelers who visited Semporna Island that respective island previously. The most frequent tourist motivation to visit Semporna Islands are holiday and scuba. Respectively 39.3% of holiday and 27.2% of scuba. Mostly, for your information, travelers who visit Semporna Island, they will go to Semporna Island for 4 days and okay, the second one is relaxing. Semporna Island is ideal for tourists who want a quiet relaxing holiday. If tourists want to relax, Semporna recommends that they should book accommodation in a beautiful secluded resort where they will see the sun, sand, and sea for themselves. The beautiful Sipadan Kapalai Dive Resort is a luxurious water village built on still over blue water, and the Reef Dive Resort in Matakin Island is a very romantic destination located 40 minutes from Semporna Jetty. This slide is all about attitudes of the tourists at Semporna Island. Based on theory of travel behavior, which is chapter 3, perception will lead to attitude, and individuals' emotion, belief, and behavior are referred to as their attitude in psychology. As we know, the tourism sector, including Semporna Island, has been closed since March 2020 due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Domestic tourism in Sabah decreased by 53% in 2020, with a total of 10 million visitors compared to 22 million in 2019. As to attract tourists come back, Semporna Islands provide a variety of affordable and appealing vacation package to attract domestic tourism. The second one is nature tourism. For your information, the goal of Sabah Tourism want to promote Sabah as a top destination for nature tourists. Semporna Island have a variety of natural attraction. Tourists can visit Mantabu Islands, Mabul Islands, Sibuan Islands, Bohedulang Island, and the last one is Kapala Island during their nature trip. During their nature trip, they can do some activities such as hiking, diving, snorkeling, and kayaking. There is low expenditure. According to Dato' Emil Luz, which is Chief Executive or Executive Officer of Borneo Divers and Sea Sport, they has offered a promotion of 50% off the regular price for divers and non-divers with a minimum booking of 6 people. In addition, Pulau Simpadan Resort and Tours also provide a special package for domestic tourists. Therefore, the company holidays package can attract more tourists to Semporna Island as a vacation destination. This slide is about demand and market segment of Semporna Island. So, what is demand and market segment? The process of determining customer demand for a product or service in a target market is known as demand analysis. Demand analysis techniques are used in the tourism industry to determine whether they can successfully enter the market and gain profits to expand their operations. In general, Sabah well known for its natural attraction. It has a wide range of natural resources for tourism development. So, Sabah Tourism slogan, from the mountain top to the underwater paradise, explain that Sabah's natural resources provide many ecotourism opportunities for the state's economy and tourist enjoyment. Semporna Island is one of the islands with significant natural resources that are important to the tourism industry. Tourists can participate in activities such as diving, scuba diving, discovery, snorkeling, kayaking, and watching the sunset. Aside from that, they can go diving and watch the marine life. According to Sabah Tourism Promotion 2020, to attract the East Asian market, which is China, it has broadened its international tourism promotion to include natural resources and urban tourism such as shopping, which is a significant market segment. Since the end of Movement Control Order (MCO), Sabah Tourism has been promoting community-based tourism to encourage and strengthen local ownership and management of tourism resources and facilities. This is an effort to widely distribute the economic impact of tourism in order to revive the almost paralyzed tourism industry. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Iklimanisha. Let's move to applicable marketing strategies or technique to attract the tourists. First applicable marketing is social media marketing. Social media marketing focuses on providing people with quality material that they want to share on their social networks, resulting in improved visibility and website traffic. Nowadays, everyone has a smartphone. This marketing strategy is the best way to promote Semporna Islands to tourists. A referral programs or referral marketing is systematic marketing strategy or techniques to encourage people to inform others about Semporna. Implementing unique affiliate program can attract tourists to the islands and strengthen tourist brand royalty in a genuine way. Next is industry events. Tourism is boosted by events. This is the primary reason for the importance of events in tourism. This industry event will increase the number of tourists at Semporna. The role that activities to bring in the construction and promotion of the destination attribute should be considered, like meeting, incentive, convention, and exhibitions, example of events. Last applicable marketing strategy to attract tourists is highlight the main attraction at Semporna. The management at the Semporna should highlight the main attraction to the tourists. Semporna has identified itself as the location of some of the world's most magnificent diving destinations. This main attraction must be highlighted in both online and offline advertising. There are so many issues and problems in managing tourist behaviors at Semporna. First, interaction between the tourist and the host. Their engagement is a key aspect of the visiting experience. However, tourist behavior can change the life or culture of the people on Semporna. Locals were dissatisfied with the growth of the social problems among Semporna young people, such as relationship among men and women who not get married yet, as well as the rise in wine production, which resulted in an increase in open alcohol sales. Second is issue with garbage disposal by tourists. According to the newspaper New Straits Times in 2010, State Minister described Semporna Islands as the dirtiest town in Sabah. The irresponsible attitude of the tourists or littering on the shores of the islands has caused this place to be destroyed. Illegal encroachment is one of the issues of problem in managing tourist behaviors at the Semporna Islands. The presence of many tourists in Semporna opened opportunities for foreigners to invade this area. The tourist behavior and indifferent attitude aggravated the situation. Move to SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is identifying strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in commercial competitiveness or project planning. First strengths in Semporna is industrial activity are limited. Semporna Islands are more focused on delivering and marketing tourism-related service with less heavy metal contamination, giving them the power to preserve their sustainability. Second is benefits retention on the islands like import substitution, currency leakage, and resource ownership and control are all issues that need to be addressed. Next is weaknesses. There are no economic incentives to encourage efficient water usage and fewer harmful activities. The economy of the Semporna is often built on a single or limited set of activities. The population density is high and the number of people is quite modest. Next is a scarcity of clean water that have been faced by locals. The most basic facility is a clean water supply is extremely critical. Despite being surrounded by the sea, the fact is the Semporna is desperately thirsty and need for a water clean supply. For opportunities, there are job opportunities are emerging on Semporna Islands. Semporna is a developing tourist destination. Therefore, many job opportunities are open to residents in Semporna and its surrounding. The tourist sector could contribute to long-term development. Next is an increase in the total income of the local and related agencies. Interaction between people of different culture, origins, attitudes, and behavior and ties to material items are all examples. For a trip to Semporna, the expansion of tourism will contribute to global climate change, such as sea level rise. Island nations are at a greater danger of losing coastal arable land due to the salinization as sea level rise. Next is water supply on Semporna is predicted to be impacted by climate change. Next is illegal encroachment. The large number of tourists in Semporna make it easier for foreigners to infiltrate the region. The majority of illegal migrants work in the plantation and tourist industry. They also engage in unlawful farming, illegal employment, and intermittent illegal tree felling for profit.
Next is analysis and discussion. Semporna is the gateway to many famous diving paradise, such as Mabuk Island, Sipadan Island, and Tun Sakara Marine Park. Semporna has great potential to be developed as an eco-tourist destination. However, competition from other alternative destinations can divide tourists to alternative sites. Therefore, understanding travel-related variables, the social demographic profile of tourists and their needs are important. This result provide detailed information on the profile of tourists in Semporna based on 381 face-to-face interview by other researchers at the website. The finding of the study show the tourists visit Semporna for scuba diving and vacation, and the majority of them are first-time trip. The activity list here are a priority in the search for researchers to find out the interest of tourist activity, and we will make a behavior search in carrying out such as activity they have do at there. We take as one of the example in the table above, such as scuba diving and snorkeling. How the culture and behavior can be seen. We focus on their clothes. As we know, Malaysia is predominantly Muslim. Is it a rather indecent culture because the clothes of most tourists are here wear a bikinis in doing activity scuba diving and snorkeling. In fact, there are a handful of tourists doing hugging and kissing activity at the beach area. It is a rather rude behavior in our country. Next is recommendation. Semporna should be the focus of the distribution of social knowledge so that the local are exposed to the culture and can judge for themselves which culture and behavior are best for themselves and also bad. And Semporna should improve, and there should be strict control on alcohol. As the problem posed above, some tourists who come to Semporna consider the tourist area they are cheering to behave like their own country. Is it not good when minors see they imitate such behavior because alcohol to the child will bring dangerous diseases to the child? And there are cases of tourists who attempt to steal and ever damage property. The responsible for monitoring the behavior of tourists should instead or take action by reporting to the authorities and impose fines or imprisonment. This can prevent the occurrence of unwanted things. The behavior of tourists as well as the local population has greatly influenced the influencer or children who are just about to grow up. Tourists who show bad behavior as well as socialize relatively will have a negative impact on the resident in the area. Even the resident is the area will make the behavior innocent and make their daily behavior. Last is conclusion. Semporna has great potential to be developed as an eco-tourist destination. Travel go to the same destination. Their characteristic and behavior may be different. So, understanding travel involves the variable social demographic profile of tourists and their needs are important. The study is expected to make some contribution to make tourist stakeholder, including policy makers, tour operator, investor and destination management organization. The study has successfully explained the characteristic of tourist behavior in Semporna. Based on data analysis and discussion, the selection of Semporna as a tourist destination among the respondents is more focused on factors such as the uniqueness of natural and culture, attraction, and its own history. That's all from us. Thank you.